On July 15, 2017, Justine Damond, a 40-year-old Australian-American woman, was fatally shot by 33-year-old Somali-American Minneapolis Police Department officer Mohammed Noor, after she had called 911 to report the possible assault of a woman in an alley behind her house, occurring weeks after a high-profile manslaughter trial acquittal in the 2016 police shooting of Philando Castile, also in the Twin Cities metro area. The shooting exacerbated existing tensions and attracted national and international press. In April 2019, Noor was tried before a jury on charges of second-degree intentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. Noor claimed self-defense. The jury convicted Noor of third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter, but he was acquitted on the charge of second-degree intentional murder. In June 2019, Noor was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison. Noor's conviction on third-degree murder was overturned by the Minnesota Supreme Court on September 15, 2021. Damond's family brought a civil lawsuit against the city of Minneapolis alleging violation of Damond's civil rights, which the city settled for $20 million United States dollars in 2019. Justine Damond grew up in the Northern Beaches area of Sydney, New South Wales, and attended Manly High School. She graduated in 2002 from the University of Sydney as a veterinarian, then worked as a spiritual healer and meditation coach. She met Don Damond, a U.S. citizen, while attending a neuroscience workshop. The couple became engaged on December 29, 2014, and planned to marry in August 2017. Damond stopped using her surname Rishchik and took the Damonds family name ahead of their marriage. Damond held dual Australian and United States citizenship, as her father, John Rishchik, holds U.S. citizenship. Mohammed Noor was the officer who shot Damond. Noor's partner, Matthew Harity, was the driver of their squad car. Noor had been lauded in the past by Minneapolis Mayor Betsy Hodges and the local Somali community as one of the first Somali-American police officers in the area. At the time of the shooting, Noor had been with the Minneapolis Police Department for 21 months. Harity had been on the force for 1 year. In 2 years as a police officer, Noor had 3 formal complaints against him, 2 of which, in September 2017, were pending resolution. In a separate case from May 2017, he was being sued for allegedly assaulting a woman while on duty. Following the deadly shooting, the Star Tribune reported Noor's police training had been fast-tracked, making reference to the 7-month immersive training program for cadets. Some suburban police departments see the cadet programs as a way to quickly diversify their police forces. Noor's police training had been part of the cadet program for the Minneapolis Police Department, an accelerated 7-month program aimed at candidates who already have a college degree and wish to enter law enforcement. Former Police Chief Johnny Hatu stood by Noor's training. "We have a very robust training and hiring process. This officer completed that training very well. Just like every officer, he was very suited to be on the street. I believe the actions in question go against who we are as a department, how we train, and the expectations we are as a department." These were the actions of one individual. On July 23, 2017, MPD and council member Elizabeth Glidden denied news reports of there being a fast-track 7-month MPD training program. In September 2018, it was reported that in 2015, 2 psychiatrists and other training officers had raised concerns about Noor's fitness for police duty. 2 months before the shooting, Noor pointed a gun at the head of a driver he had pulled over for a minor traffic violation. On the night of the shooting, Damond called 911 at 11:27 p.m. and again at 11:35 p.m. She reported that she thought she heard a woman either having sex or being raped. Dispatchers categorized the call as unknown trouble, female screaming, a relatively low priority. Officers Noor and Harity responded to the low-crime neighborhood of Fulton, in southwestern Minneapolis, drove their police Ford Explorer with lights off through the alley and found no suspects or signs of the suspected rape that had prompted Damond's calls. As the officers prepared to leave, Noor entered code 4 into the cruiser's computer, meaning the scene was safe. Harity would later indicate that he was startled by a loud sound near the squad, and just then, Damond approached the police car's driver's side window. Harity drew his weapon, but pointed it downward and did not fire. Noor, however, fired once through the open window, fatally striking an unarmed and barefoot Damond in the abdomen. The officers attempted cardiopulmonary resuscitation to no avail. Damond died 20 minutes later. Harity later told a supervisor, "We both got spooked." At Noor's trial, Harity testified of hearing something hit the car and I